Hey, what time is it?
Ooh, it's industry rule number 4080, baby.
Man, I thought you was gonna say game time, man.
Nah, it's industry gang. Gang.
Squad. Yeah, but you know, it's your boy Mello Dee.
It's your boy DTown, and together we are your Creek. It's the KREEK, baby. This is episode number
14
of industry rule number 4080, coming at you live and direct from Youngstown, Ohio. Pimp,
hooray. So, let's get into the, just knock all the bullshit out. So, what you got going on, man?
I just dropped the new track, Money. It's now on iTunes, Rhapsody, Spotify, Tidal, Apple, you know what I mean? All of that good shit. Make sure you go and check that out. Stream it legally, please, so your boy can get paid for it.
Gotta get them dollars.
Hold on a second, man. Keep going. All right, my mic was crooked. Now that's a lot better. They should be able to hear me a lot clearer. But, nah, man. And the Northsider EP is now on iTunes, Rhapsody, all of that stuff. Like, just go and search for DTown, all one word, on your favorite streaming platform. Play my music, man, because that's how I eat.
Fuck with it.
That's how I'm
Everybody
gonna get paid,
got
man.
Apple Music. Fuck with it.
You know what I mean? I got the 100% Hustle t-shirts on sale on Deckington. You can go to executive-dtown.com. Check me out there. Also got the 100 or Unlimited Hustle web series that's out. Make sure you check that out. Shout out to the sponsor. CCB Lifestyle is sponsoring the DTown brand, man. Make sure you get your brain and beard balms, get your shirts, all of that good stuff. Fantastic company. That's ccblifestyle.com. What you got going on, Mello, man? Let's talk.
Oh, man,
to him.
we got the winter solstice cracking, man. You still got to go fuck with that. Kid got beats on deck, man. You got to fuck with that, too. MelloDeeBeats.com. That's MelloDeeBeats. And all my social media is at Mello Dee Beats. Same spelling.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much it for me, so.
Okay. All right, so we about to get into it then. We about to hit them off with the quick hit section.
Hits.
We're not really going to spend a whole lot of time on this. We might not even give y'all the backstory to what's going on, but this is just like the wild, crazy shit that y'all really need to know. So we're going to start it off by talking about Mello's good friend, XXX Tentacion.
I don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga was on stage with no socks.
No socks, barefoot.
No socks. I don't fuck with rappers who don't wear socks.
Somebody put him to sleep. Lullaby, night.
Yeah, but basically this cat, he was, him and this dude, Rob Stone, have been popping shit each other for a minute. When some other dude went to San Diego who had beef with him, I forget the dude's name, he got knocked out on stage.
Yeah.
So, XXX was like, y'all some pussies out there, like, Rob, blah, blah, blah. And, they going back and forth. And it's hitting DJ Academics and all that shit. This nigga goes to San Diego, was it?
Yeah, he was out there in San Diego. That's Rob Stone's hometown, the cat he was beefing with.
Yeah, so he was out there and security let the Goonies through, man. They got the security footage.
Yeah.
And they bum rushed the stage. One got through and he came through like motherfucking Jerome Bettis. With motherfucking
through the fucking hole,
with Cordell Stewart legs,
man.
Nigga.
That cat came through like the 2001 Steelers offense,
nigga. It looked like NFL blitz when they be fucking niggas up. Like he just stole him so hard. I don't even like violent shit, but that shit was too silly. XXX, I heard he came back out and performed, but he still had his fists up. When a nigga knocked him out and shit, it was that tough, man.
Man, his bouncer carried him off stage like a lover.
Like the Bodyguard movie or something like that.
Like he was carrying him to the bedroom like on the honeymoon, man.
Man, what?
But
like he's about to get the business.
Nah, man. But real shit. Like you can't talk shit about somebody, go to their hometown and expect shit to be sweet, man. You know what I mean? Like you gotta dead that shit before you get there. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, man. I don't. He also had a couple shows canceled in the wake of that because he went to LA the next night and was like, all of my enemies need to pull up. And the venue was like, nope, canceled. Like that's
fucking up the church's money. And I can't be mad at him because the thing about it, he was popping shit before. He got hit He got back up, was still popping shit, and even then, like you said, he said enemies come to my next shit. So, you know, he has yet to fuck somebody up, but he got heart. I will say that.
Yeah, he's got heart. He's got heart, man. Hopefully he smartens up and lets that violent shit go. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about I'm gonna actually let you jump
build a team. Yeah, not build a bear, build a team. Golden State Warriors, the motherfucking championship that these motherfuckers won. You know, shout out to all the Cavs fans who just mad salty right now. I was one of those dudes who said Cavs in 7, but I'm a Magic fan. Let's put that on record. I am a Magic fan. I'm not no Cavs fan by any means. You know, even then I bet against them last year. So with that being said, man, they got 8 to fuck up. It was bad. It was brutal. To be honest, I don't know how they won game 4. Because if they had played like that through the whole fucking series, everything would have been cool. Mm-hmm. But defense has been one of their biggest, in the past 2 years at least.
Yes.
One of their biggest flaws. Kevin Durant in the first game had so many breakaways where nobody would get him. He went from coast to coast, court, like one side of the court, fast break by himself. For dunks, uncontested dunks and shit. So yeah, y'all was destined to lose.
Like it looked like KD was playing like the 2007 Rayin Tigers intramural lineup on some of them games.
Now, you know, I'm a part of It's Fixed gang, but as far as this series, I cannot say. Only thing I could say was the reffing was kind of shady. But that's it, you know. It's. I don't think nobody was paid to fuck this shit up. I don't think it was necessary.
Actually, if the series goes 5 games, I read online
that's a fucking myth. I think that's probably some fake.
Am I reading fake news that the refs get a $10 million bonus to split between all of them? Yeah, I seen it. I almost shared it.
Yeah, I almost shared it, man. I think that's a fucking myth. But at the same time, because
fuck that. Fuck that. They bought they rings, man.
That can't be the case because. You know, I think they said these motherfuckers stand to make $22 million off an extra game or something like that per game or something like that. So I doubt the refs will be making 10 fucking million, you know.
Yeah.
But no, 10 fucking million, like, you know, dog.
I think it's 10 million to split though. Like that's
no.
The only
even then, like you got to look at how many refs they have. I think they have like 3 refs.
Dog, like I was about to go to ITT Tech and apply to be a fucking referee, like pick up a trade or some shit, man.
Yeah, but fuck all that. You know, shout out to Golden State, man. You know, the whole Kevin Durant move. I didn't feel it from the start, but I'm not even gonna get into that. This ain't no sports podcast. Like, you know, I just don't agree with the move, man.
Yeah.
You know, but he did prove if you can't beat him, join him. It works.
Yeah. Moving on from that, Tupac, All Eyes on Me, is in theaters now. Dropped on Friday. Tupac's birthday, June 16th. It's been getting mad mixed reviews, man.
John Singleton was hating because he stepped out the movie and he thought it wasn't an accurate portrayal and he wanted a gangbang scene with Pac's mother and he also wanted like a rape scene where Pac got raped in jail and shit. Like, what type of movie is you trying to make?
What the fuck? Yeah,
is this a 12 Years a Slave or is this like a baby?
But yeah, I'm like, you know, hey, wait a minute, like, time out, dog. Like, I don't think I want to pay $23 to watch a grown man get raped. Like, you know, you talking about a hip hop icon. Like, I'm not like some stuff you just keep off the silver screen.
Yeah,
man.
He's an asshole, but he's somebody who worked with Pac on multiple movies, so.
So how do you think Pac?
Pac would have punched him in the mouth. Like Pac wants to come back from Cuba to punch this nigga in the mouth.
Pac was like, oh shit, I got some Hennessy for my enemy. But talk about how I got raped in the penitentiary.
You know, I heard that the movie is pretty good. You know, from some sources. I just heard that it's not great. It seems rushed. It could have been on Lifetime. It's not horrible. I've seen a few people say it was horrible, but the majority is in that you know, that middle bound where I said so.
Shout out to Brooke in the live. He said the movie was really good, but 50 Cent would strongly disagree with you. But
50 Cent said it was trash biscuits.
50 Cent is slandering that movie because he's beefing with the director of that movie. You know what I mean? So
I could believe it.
That's all that is, man. That's director beef, and he said that the niggas took a photo with each other with an iPhone. Like Tupac had an iPhone in the movie. like 50 is just slandering that. But then the game came out and was like,
niggas was on Twitter going like, this nigga Millie Rock.
Yeah,
I'm walking out the theater. This nigga Millie Rock.
Jada Pinkett Smith expressed her displeasure with the movie. She said it wasn't an accurate portrayal of Pac. But the game is like, fuck everybody that says this isn't a good movie. I'm gonna just tell y'all to go and see it regardless. Fuck the dumb
West Coast, West Coast,
West Side. So the next thing we're gonna move on and talk about albums. If you guys are looking for some good music to listen to, I'm gonna let you guys know there's a couple albums that dropped. SZA's Control album dropped, which I listened to. I'm not an R&B guy, but I'm gonna say this right now: it's a contender for R&B album of the year. Young Thug's album dropped, Easy Breezy, Beautiful.
I gotta
Thugger.
listen to that.
Big Boy's solo album dropped, which is Boomiverse, I believe that's what it's called. And there's one more, Help Me Out. SZA Control, Boomiverse, Future. No, 2 Chainz, Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, that was going. I ain't finished that either, but I ain't listening to none of that shit really.
So
Not yet.
I had the opportunity to listen to SZA's album, and that's like mature female savage music.
I've been hearing. I heard the song Weekend, a clip of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, she been on some savagery and all that.
I respect it.
You know, the 2 Chainz shit, I watched him on an interview with Everyday Struggle. This shit was lit. Yeah. He dropped a lot of gems.
He did.
Dropped a lot of gems.
He did.
Not gonna even touch the Big Boy shit. Love Big Boy, but let's keep it 1,000.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Like
that's you. You real hip hop. You real
hip hop. Real than hip hop. But no, SZA started off her album like, while you were at All-Star Weekend, Valentine's Day, I was smashing your homie. I was like, damn, son. So it's a good album. It's a solid album, man. Like, she really represented herself well on that.
Muslim thought.
Oh, man.
Muslim thought.
Don't do that. Don't do that. SZA is an American treasure and deserves to be respected and protected. It's respect.
Why is it thotting? Why can't she just be fucking your homie and it just be cool?
So let's talk about it. Let's move on to Amber Rose. Let's talk about it.
Good transition.
Let's move on to Amber Rose.
Good transition.
And the 3rd annual slut walk.
That bacterial box.
Bruh, I thought I knew what slut walk was, but with Amber being the face of it, I have no idea what this brand of feminism is.
Dog,
we about to get in so much
There's so
trouble.
many different flavors of feminism going off Twitter. You got...
Hold on, time out. Demetrius is in the live and he's wild. And he said, and I'm going to let you get your bars.
No, go ahead. Get it.
This nigga just said Young Thug over Tupac. Nigga, is you wildin'?
Let me see that shit.
Nigga, who is this nigga? Who is this nigga?
This nigga, you fried. You fried.
Ooh, boy.
You're fried.
Boy.
But anyway, that nigga was born in like 99.
Okay, I excuse it then. Yeah, he was Young Thug over Tupac. All right,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
But no, you were talking about Amber Rose. I didn't mean to derail you.
I was talking about feminists. So, you got you got regular feminists who, want equality. Then you got feminist extremists. Then you got black feminist extremists. Then you got this Amber Rose, what the fuck is this? Just slut glorification, which some feminist extremists pretty much fall. Not all of them, because some are just anti all of that. But, you got some who are in between that feminist extremists and regular feminists who just want us to embrace the thottiness. Why can I not be a thought? I should be able to have 40 bodies and be a cool bitch,
Yeah.
And everybody know about all 40 of them bodies,
man,
and you accept it.
I'm just gonna jump in, man, because I think we really need to clean this up because this is a sensitive topic to some people. I don't like, from my understanding of feminism, it's women. Of course, women get treated shittily in some instances, and they are like the less paid, and they have real issues that they face in a patriarchal society, and they have real barriers and obstacles to overcome. I understand that, and I respect that. You know what I mean? Because that's something that we all should be working towards. There should be equal treatment of women. There are nasty double standards that are out there that we need to break down the walls and the barriers for, right? My biggest issue with Amber Rose is that it doesn't feel like she's doing anything to have a positive impact on that type of a movement or in that line of feminism. This feels,
she's there to get the attention to the brand. That's it.
yeah,
That's all.
I feel like she's doing this, like she's doing a lot of sex positive stuff, and I feel like if she was just to label it as sex positive, then yeah, I would feel a little bit more comfortable with what it is that she's doing. Like, okay, I would feel like, okay, then that the nude picture would feel like it's on brand at that point.
Are you hip to what the slut walk actually is?
I believe it's because she blurs the line on it, but it's like something for like rape survivors and victims like that.
So it's like serious shit. It's like real serious shit.
And
it's
that's
like,
what fucks me up.
Because, some people, because it's been done by judges and people in positions of power, they've said stuff like, well, she was asking for it. What was she wearing? Stuff like that. So victim blaming.
Yeah.
So that's what it's really about. I just feel like the things that she doesn't shine a light on that issue well enough or in the right way.
It seems not in the right way, but it seems very selfish because she does things like this. And it's like, you can't tell me to not show my cooch on Instagram.
Like, first off, nobody's trying to fucking...
Like, come on,
nobody's going to look at that and say, you know what, I'm going to go out of my way to rape Amber Rose.
Nah, that's not what it is. And to be completely honest, I'm tired of seeing Amber Rose's pussy in any shape, size, or form. It's old now. It's old box.
That body is banging. I will not lie. That body is bang.
All right.
Bang.
But I mean, we're kind of spiraling out of control on this one. But my final thought on this is, I understand what the slut walk is, and I understand the mission that it sets out to do. But I just don't feel that Amber's efforts with her particular slut walk are genuine and sincere. Sometimes it feels like she's pushing for attention for her personal brand, much like a Diddy push for attention with his personal brand with like Ciroc and Vote or Die. It's just with Amber, it's in the form of, this is my body, look at me.
I just want to hear some real shit come out of her mouth and some real shit pop at the event. That's really it.
I don't think she's really equipped to talk about it because all she talks about, like, because I've listened to interviews with her.
I ain't going into all over the place.
All right.
Jay-Z is an old dad. He's an old dad rapper. Old dad. I fuck with
Happy
Jay-Z.
Father's Day, Jay.
Happy Father's Day, Hove.
Beyonce had the twins.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been in the hospital for a week due to minor issues. But what do you think? What the fuck is 444?
That means at 4:44 on April 4th, 2014, Jay-Z negotiated with Samsung to buy his next album platinum again so he doesn't have to sell anything and he could have another platinum plaque.
Illuminati!
Nah, really, I don't know what 444 means. I know he's gearing up. Well, I can't say I know. I feel he's gearing up for another album. Yeah, that's really it.
That's it.
He went on Twitter and went old dad mode and just started just tweeting mad, thank yous for inspiration. He mentioned Snoop, just missing a bunch of people. I'm not even gonna go. He
know,
did say T Grizzly had the hottest song in the streets right now.
He also shouted out like
6 miles this down, knock your bitch down.
Hey.
No.
I think he also shouted out like Playboy Cardi, and I think
Playboy
Uzi.
Cardi.
Am I right?
I don't think he shouted out Uzi. Though,
okay,
no.
but Playboy Cardi.
He might have. I'm not about.
It might have been
fact
Playboy
check,
Cardi and T Grizzly.
No, it was Playboy Cardi. He said Magnolia was crazy.
It is. That's like somebody tried to debate me. I said that's one of the biggest songs of the summer. Somebody was like,
"That's a fact. That's a fact."
Somebody was like,
"That's a fact.
That's not the biggest song
in
of the
New York,
summer."
I'm
like, nigga, what? Busting the tops. Like, I'm like, anytime that song come on, like cats don't know the name of the song is Magnolia, but everybody loves that song.
Yeah.
But Jay coming on to Twitter, and I'm just diving right back in. Jay coming on to Twitter, that's kind of like an old dad thing to do, just to get on social media and just start saying like you're thankful for stuff. But I appreciate Hove, man.
Everybody does, man. One of my favorite rappers of all time, man. I'm gonna love that nigga forever. Pause.
Yeah. Don't nobody know what 444 is, but we hope we get a really good Jay. I'm pumped for a Jay-Z album, man.
I'm not because of Picasso, baby, but I really hope if he's coming again, I hope he comes with that American Gangster type fire, you know, because I know he can't give us Volume 3 type fire. It's kind of outdated too, you know. No Blueprint fire because kind of outdated too. But give me American Gangster Blueprint 3J if you still got that left.
Yeah.
Or even if you create another J, just don't make it Picasso, baby J, please.
Well, funny you should say American Gangster. A lot of people are predicting that this is going to be the soundtrack to a movie that they're releasing that ties into the entire concept, like how American Gangster was the soundtrack to the Frank Lucas story, a real Lifetime biopic featuring drug dealers in the 1940s.
All right, so now to more feminism.
Oh yeah, Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
nigga.
Yeah, so she put her on a Summer Jam screen and
told
had like
y'all Remy wasn't fucking around.
She had a PowerPoint presentation, basically.
Not only that, but she performed
Sheether
in its entirety, and throughout her performance, brought out some of the hottest MCs in the game, and they were all women.
During her set, not during Sheether.
Not during Sheether, to make that clear. But she brought out Queen Latifah, MC Light, Lady of Rage. Who else? Help me out here.
UNITY.
I said Queen Loud, right? I feel like
who you calling a bitch?
UNITY. Moni Love, I think she brought out.
It's a shame.
Coretta Scott King, Harriet Tubman,
It's a shame.
Rosa Parks. She brought everybody out for Summer Jam. She brought everybody out for Summer Jam, man. But
she ain't bring out Lil' Kim.
No, I think she did. Did she?
Dog.
We gotta fact check this. But she brought out like that's.
I don't know.
That's the thing. Like she brought out, but Cardi B. She brought out Cardi B as well in New York.
She did bring out Cardi B. That's
New York went ham, you know. But this is why Remy to me is a better artist.
Shout out to Cardi, just cause.
This is why Remy is the better artist to me, because it seems like she's more in touch with the culture. Like Nicki has never done anything where she's included all the best female MCs that have come before her. So for Remy to step up on stage and show that type of unity with these MCs, it's not to be taken as all of these women are against Nicki Minaj, but it's showing unity, like we are women as one. This industry sucks for us, but here's who I rock with. Here's who did this. Here's who all made this possible. And oh, by the way, here's the new chick on the rise that y'all really need to be fucking with. Here's Cardi B. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I just thought that was dope. And Nicki's never done nothing like that. And that's why it's really hard for people to buy into some of the shit that she's putting out there. Not only that, but when they said Nicki was paying people's college shit off, like, there's still some students out there saying they didn't get their money. So, yeah.
That's how niggas do. The nigga Stitches, he said he was gonna pay for something for somebody. Like,
oh man,
nigga, yeah, I know. It's like 2 stacks or something like that, or 3 stacks, whatever. He gave the nigga the stacks on camera. Then, like, as soon as the shit turned off, he was like, "Give me that back." Sending it back right now.
Give me that back right now. Because that's what charity is about. But
entertainment.
You don't want to be a slave to the dollar, man. You definitely don't want to be a slave to the dollar, but you know who else had slaves?
Wow, more moist shit.
Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
I gotta kind of qualify this because that's a wild accusation to make, right? That's just to be like, Hillary Clinton owned slaves. Nah, this is real shit. In a book that she wrote in 1996, I promise I can talk. In 1996, she wrote about the time that she lived in the governor's mansion in Arkansas. And it's a tradition and a custom there to have convicted felons, convicts, work in the mansion for reduced or no pay, right? She also went on to say that they recommended murderers as the best workers. The reason they recommended they screened them, of course, but they said murderers, if you look at some of their records, have been committing another crime like a robbery and accidentally killed somebody, or they had killed somebody that they actually knew from the neighborhood, or their friends were doing something and they ended up killing somebody as a result. It wasn't their intention to kill somebody. So they were like, those people are the best workers. And a lot of them who have served like 12 to 18 years of their sentence in their upper 30s, the best ones were the black guys that fit that description. So, and she also made it very vocal, like if they did something that we didn't like or they broke the rules, it was very strict. We sent them back. We got a new one. So I say all of that to say,
Fuck is this Radio Shack?
Dog, like
it was a slave receipt, like.
But the way she worded it, like she made it seem like, oh hey, look, I'm nice. I'm a nice person because I talk to and converse with the help. Like no, like that's some shit. Like that's some wild shit. Like, it's a custom in the governor's mansion in Arkansas to have convicted felons work for fucking free? To do all the... Nigga, ain't that the definition of a fucking slave? Like, that, that shit blew me away, and I didn't really see it get picked up in mainstream media, but you know what I mean? That just really, really blew my mind. Like, I'm surprised that didn't come out earlier. But like, nah, it's a whole audiobook and everything. I read the passage. That shit is for real.
I believe it.
What we got, man? Oh, Roscoe. I'm sorry, we off of that shit.
ROSKEO, did shorty put it on me? Please, I'm going ham. That's an upgrade from bologna.
Ham! Oh, shit.
I don't remember what he said.
I always get Roscoe Dash confused with Travis Porter.
Can Wale be? Hey, can Roscoe ski? Hey, long as she get in my lift, she gon' get dick. Roscoe riding lift. What the fuck is this shit?
So what we're talking about now is somebody in Atlanta accused Roscoe Dash of being a Lyft driver. Have you kept up with this story?
I seen him discuss it, but I don't really care. Basically,
he is a Lyft driver. And his argument was, ain't nothing wrong with driving Lyft. I'm an entrepreneur. It's multiple streams of income. That's that. Ain't really no story there.
I'm not about to shit on this. Like, bro, like, all right, I know niggas like to laugh at people on social media and be like, damn, he fell off. Like, listen, man. I already know, like, it's a small percentage of motherfuckers who make it in rap shit, and his window of opportunity is long gone.
Yeah.
So niggas got to go back to the real world, and it's like, if he's still doing shit with the rap shit and he's still getting money with the rap shit, let's clap.
Yep.
If he's not, it is what it is, man. You had your time. At the same time, man, reality is, if you a man, you got to put food on the table. Yeah. And if he got multiple cars and shit, and if he got a nice house, man, shit, he doing a lot better than all of these niggas making jokes and shit. And he's not a cocky nigga. If he was a cocky, arrogant nigga, I could understand. But shout out to Kilo for this nigga said something about Roscoe Dash like last year.
Yeah.
And Roscoe Dash came at his neck on Twitter. That shit was funny. I can't remember what he said, but yeah, Roscoe remembered.
I mean, but and I'm just to piggyback on what you said, my final thoughts, man. The nigga could be out there doing so much, man. He could be out there robbing people, stabbing people, shooting people, You know, there's so much other stuff that he could be doing. He's making an honest living, and I think that we make a lot of jokes on this show. We talk a lot of shit, but you know, I'm not really gonna knock him for that. You know, I feel like he gets a pass because you gotta, like you said, you gotta do what you gotta do to put food on the table. And the cat is making an honest living. Like that's what rappers really don't preach is if you making an honest living, working a 9 to 5 and your family is taken care of, my nigga, that's all that really matters, man. That's all that really matters is if your family taken care of and you ain't hurting nobody, that's all that fucking matters, man. But we gonna move on from
Period.
that, man.
Cosby, let me not do that to that man. Bill Cosby.
Acquitted on all charges.
I knew he did not fuck David Bowie. Dolph Lundgren.
Didn't do it.
Like, you know, the white chick with the afro and shit
Didn't
like
do
that.
it.
So
the shit we've been saying for the past 24 months. How the fuck can you remember a crime that happened 40 years ago? How the fuck? Do you know that case that he got acquitted on? The defense rested after the first day.
wow.
They rested after the first day. Like, I don't know what that defense looked like. Like, I feel like they came in and was like, ladies and gentlemen, he said he had Quaaludes. He said he did it. What you think? The defense rests. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the shit was just, they went so far out their way to defame that cat. I feel like Cosby, with the little bit of time that he has left, needs to countersue each and every last one of them women and outlets involved in his public dragging and slandering and he don't even need the money because he's Cosby, right? But I feel like he needs to make their lives incredibly, incredibly miserable because they tried to tarnish his legacy. Good news, though. The Cosby Show is now back on Amazon.
Anyways, yeah, I'm glad he got off. You know, his name is tarnished forever. You know, white people and I mean some black people as well are forever going to, you know, look at him as a rapist who saves.
That Chappelle joke was real. That was like that was dope.
It was hilarious. It was ether. It was crazy. So speaking of white people,
Damn.
Bill Maher. Yeah, so you know, Ice Cube and some other I gotta chill. Some other chick.
Asada Shakur.
Okay, it's
No, that wasn't.
I'm
sorry.
like, dog, chill.
Let me fall
Chill.
back. I'm gonna let you handle this
Chill.
because I'm gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, shit. So you know, Bill Maher said he was a house nigga the other week. Ice Cube was scheduled to come on, I guess,
the following week, yeah.
You know, and Ice Cube, I think Michael Eric Dyson, you know, and the chick, whoever she was, they all grilled the shit out of this cat, and that is how you keep your fucking show. By, you know, if you say something racial, you know, and HBO loves you enough, just let me get until next week. We have Ice Cube on. Ice Cube is gonna grill the shit out of me like a motherfucking hibachi, the best hibachi in the world. And yeah, you know, we gonna flip me and all of that shit. I'm gonna act a little bit disgruntled. I'm gonna try and, you know, whatever. So, you know, shout out to Ice Cube for keeping it all the way a buck. Shout out to the other black chick. I didn't see no other clips of Michael Eric Dyson. I wasn't even trying to see all that. But I am gonna say one thing, you know, man. Like I personally don't know. I gotta reevaluate some shit, man. It just might not be that big of a deal because I look at the shit, I get upset. You know, but the thing is, I was never supporting Bill Maher in the first place.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, I'm just not gonna support him now. I don't really make a difference. But you know, I heard my mom like in her room the other day, like when I came through and shit, she fucking she got the Bill Maher playing. And I'm like, that's my mom. Like
what?
Yeah.
The Bill Maher, like she's watching. Oh, she's
watching,
playing it. Oh, I thought,
she's watching.
I thought you
Bill
said she had the Bill Maher plan. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like
she got it on.
I'm like, she
And I'm
subscribed
like,
to this nigga
she
for
know,
$10.95
we talked about
a
this
month.
shit. We know what the fuck happened, man. You know, I guess she accepted the apology. I don't know if she even know about the apology, but I look at the shit like with the whole Pepsi shit that I went off about. Niggas is still, nice cold Pepsi. Like, so it's like, I don't know why I get so mad when I know that niggas is gon' still fuck with the companies and celebrities that disrespect black people regardless. Unless they blatantly do it like on some Michael Richards, I hate nigga. You wanna know what's funny about that? I mean, even then, I can't really put too much on it because it's not, that show is not Michael Richards' show, it's Seinfeld's show. Like, Wale was still fucking with the whole Seinfeld wave after that. But I it's not the same thing because that's just a character. He's not the series.
I mean,
That's my whole affirmative action segment for the day.
you know, I still feel like it was irresponsible. It was a bad joke. It was a horrible
I
joke.
still feel the same.
I know,
But I don't know
low-key-
if I should go as hard because it's just like, y'all niggas don't care.
I mean, but we never supported that cat anyway. So it's like, when you don't support a cat, like, there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean? You could, we got this platform, we can talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I would encourage, any minority that feels, upset or offended at what he said. Like, if it was a tasteless joke, if you feel strongly enough about it, just stop watching. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Hit them where it hurts, hit the ratings, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And, he has a history of doing that. That's the most fucked up part.
With different races and all types of other sensitive topics.
He's an
like
Islamic
gays
phobe, like, for no reason. It's just wild problematic.
and I'm not even going to say that from what I'm not going to front, like, because he's been on for like what, 17 years or some shit. Yeah, so I done watched some episodes of his shit. I done watched Mos Def on there and all them motherfuckers. I done watched some episodes. But I probably watched less than 10 episodes, less than 10 full episodes.
Yeah.
And at one point I did like them, but I didn't like them enough to tune in every week. But I did say, if we look at something I fuck with heavy, like I fuck with Nike heavy, like most of my wardrobe, my socks, my hoodies, most of my hoodies, my motherfucking sweatpants, like my shorts, all Nike. My shoes, big portion of my shoe collection is Nike. So if Nike was to come out and blatantly disrespect black people, that would be so hard for me. That'd be so hard.
I mean, I would just get some ZO2s, ZO3s.
Nah, I'd be Adidas down after that. But like, what am I going to, like, I'm not going to stop wearing them shoes that I paid $70 for, like $200. Like, I got foams, like $235. But anyways, that's a wrap, man. I think we done with the quick hits.
All right. Yeah, we're done with the quick hits.
To the fucking meat and potatoes. Where we at in this time? We 37 minutes. So
oh damn! All right,
good. We good money.
We Gucci. We
good money. So let's talk about the XXL Temptation freshman. XXL freshman list of 2017.
All right. So what are your initial thoughts on this list?
First, for anybody who hasn't seen the cover, let's go over the names.
All right.
You have shit.
I
can't see that shit that small, man. What the fuck?
I got you, man.
Let me lean this shit over like I'm fucking Ray Charles. Shot wop bopaloo.
We got, what's her name? Kamaya, thank you. A Boogie with the hoodie from the Bronx. We got Philadelphia's PNB Rock. We got Tokyo representative made in Tokyo. We've got Atlanta's Playboy Cardi. Portland's Amine. Atlanta's Cap G. Ventura, California's Kyle. Houston's Ugly God. And
Houston?
Yeah.
Houston?
Yeah, man.
I thought he was from Mississippi. He from Mississippi, bro.
Bro, look, I'm pulling this directly from XXL.
That's cool. I'm about to Google
and the last guy we have is XXXXXXXXX Tentacion. So I'm gonna get into it. My initial response. Now, these artists on this year's list, I can confidently say, in some way, shape, size, or form, I'm familiar with them and I'm familiar with their buzz.
That's one thing I will say. First list, I've heard everybody on the list before.
Yeah. Even though I've not heard all of their music.
Nobody Macklemore they way on that shit.
Yeah, nobody Rory they way onto this list. Like, I've looked at some lists and I'm like, how the fuck did you guys even get on here? But this, I feel like, based on the buzz surrounding each one of these artists and their reputations, I feel that it is deserving. I can say that a lot of these guys have worked really, really, really hard, and I can't really dispute them being on this list. I think this is the most solid list that they've had in years.
Very quickly, he is from Mississippi, but he also has lived in Texas and Louisiana. Continue. Ugly guy.
Nah, that's it. Those are my initial thoughts.
Okay, so I mean, I'm not even gonna get into that. What we gonna do? I'm gonna just go down the names first. How do you feel about Kamaya?
Man, that's the chick that does the YG features, right?
Please tell me why you always hating. Why you hate? Please tell me why you are. I didn't even know that was like.
This will be a lot easier if you're gonna ask me what I think. I really enjoy Ugly God's music. Like, cats can say what they want to say. Like, Booty from a Distance is probably one of the most hilarious tracks I've heard.
Fuck yeah, I love Ugly God.
He's also got some song, Bitch,
Yeah.
Bitch. Like, listen, like, his shit is not meant to be lyrical. It's hilarious music.
You want to know what's funny?
He's Lil B 2.0. That's what he is.
If you go on his Instagram and watch some of the shit he posts, he makes like hip hop beats. Like, he's into that type of shit.
Yeah.
And he said he has a secret SoundCloud that he'll never give out, but it's really like wavy hip hop shit. And he played one of the beats on a XOquhK live stream.
That's what's up.
So he's into the hip hop shit. He just don't do it.
Who else did we have on the list? Because you're gonna ask me what I think about everybody. Playboy Cardi deserves to be on there. Playboy Cardi. What I mean, do we have to go into detail on why he deserves to be on there?
Nah, because what's gonna happen after this is we gonna make our own list. So
I mean, yeah.
Exclusion and inclusion.
Playboy Cardi deserves to be on there, in my honest opinion. Who else? I've heard of Amine. Based on his work in the game, I'm gonna say Made in Tokyo deserves to be on there.
Yeah.
You can't really.
I'm not gonna say he don't deserve to be on there.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
He's put out at least 2 tapes.
Yeah,
and he has more than one song, but only one song really popped.
Yeah. XXX Tentacion, I'm familiar with his music. I'm very familiar with his antics as well. Beyond that, I may have heard some songs from the other people, but I really don't have opinions on them either way.
The thing about XXX, because when I go into the names of people who I feel got snubbed or just people who I think, should belong on my list, I don't know how long he's been rapping, but he's only really been popping for a few months. But then we look at somebody like a T Grizzly and he's not on there, and he's been popping for a few months too. He's got a bigger record than motherfucking XXX, and it's like, what are their real qualifications? That's what I be wondering sometimes. Mm-hmm. But just to go over how I feel about the list real quick, Kamaya, haven't really listened to too much of her music before this. Heard her off the YG feature, loved the YG Drake track, Why You Always Hating and shit. But she just keeping it all the way 1,000. She not really out there to where, we in Ohio, and, I don't think she really popping that hard, to where the music is circulating like that. A Boogie with the hoodie, definitely the kids love A Boogie.
Yeah, he's doing his thing in the Bronx, man. Like, yeah. He's a Bronx. He's like the next up and coming nigga from the Bronx. Like,
yeah,
for real.
And shout out to him. I don't really fuck with his music, but he is grinding. And I'm not saying I don't fuck with his music like I don't like it. I just really, from what I heard one tape, I really didn't feel it. But outside of that, I really haven't checked anything else out. P&B Rock, dope. I fuck with P&B Rock. The tape he did with Fetty Wap is fucking hard. He makes a lot of hard songs. He makes some savage music. XXX, really don't fuck with him because of all the Drake shit. The nigga talking about fucking Drake's mom. But if we just keep it all music, even then, the one
it's
track.
Not really a lot there.
Say what?
I said it's not really a lot there.
Yeah, I know. So it's like, what are we really like? He's having concerts where he's performing. Like, I haven't checked his SoundCloud really, so he might have a lot of shit, but I'm just not into it. Playboy Cardi, don't even got to speak about that. We talked about Playboy.
We will be here talking
Made
about
in Tokyo. He's decent. He's been doing work. He has a tape with 24 hours. I know he has at least one mixtape, if not 4. Amine is dope. He's the only cat on the cover who I feel like can really spit, like, because everybody's mad because this is a swaggy cover. Like, he's the only person I've heard who I'm like, he got bars and he can really rap. He really got flow. He can really go. So Amine, he gets that stamp. Plus, I've heard him on I've heard the 2 singles he had out.
Yeah.
Before he even, made this list.
Very good.
Ugly God, Love Ugly God. We talked about him. Cap G. I've been hip to Cap G for quite a while.
That's all Matt listened to, man.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. Cap G, he's cool. I think he's overdue. But at the same time, it's like, is there a time frame niggas have to be going before they're able to get the freshman shit? And even then, is there a time frame where it's too long? Because you got people who've been getting looked over for years.
Man, they gave it to like Roscoe Dash, like, and he had been out for like 5 years. Like he had like
they gave it to Lil Twist. Like,
yeah,
Lil Twist was like Young Money back in like 2010, and they gave it to him years later. But anyway, yeah, and Kyle, Kyle, Kyle got a good track. I heard Kyle do a lot of covers and shit. I haven't really, just no.
I've seen more.
I respect it. I respect the grind. I heard he's been grinding for like 7 years, but when we get to the names of people who I'm going to replace, like you're gonna stack them up next to each other, like no.
Hold on, before we get to that, I want to drop my 2 cents in here, because here's the thing, right? Cats want this cover to be more than what it is, man. Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Dab. Dab. Look at my dab.
Ooh, mama. Cats want this cover to be more than what it actually is. And they look at it as,
this is your certification.
At least a lot of older people, right? They look at it as not only certification, but they have it in their mind what hip hop is, what rap is, and what it should be. And I'm not saying that their identity is wrong, because a lot of that identity that they have is based on experiences that they've had coming up that have shaped them, that have sculpted them, that basically it's you can't tell anybody's wrong for having that experience to where they view music in a certain way, right? But
let me see the live stream.
The purpose of this cover is not to frame it in what your definition of hip hop is. The purpose of this cover is to call out the next wave of influencers and the next wave of artists in the genre. Now, hip hop and rap, it's going to range, it's going to change, and it's going to evolve. So with it ranging and changing and evolving at the rate at a very, very quick and very, very rapid rate, you're going to see, like, this year, like, with how they look on the cover, like, if you take a look at the cover, a lot of cats is like, I don't know who these cats is, this, that, and even if you look at last year with, like, 21 Savage, like, that's where the culture is going, whether you like it or not. These kids, these kids, I'm not saying they're going to be the next Jay-Z's and shit like that. That's
by no means.
But this is where the culture is now. And whether you like that or you don't like that, don't just shit on them and say, hey, this is horrible, this, that, and the third. Do your due diligence, check some of them out, because I'm going to tell you what, like, Dave East was on it last year. A lot of people was...
niggas was hating.
Niggas was hating on the entire class.
Niggas was hating on him and Herbo. Both of them niggas go. Fuck you.
Not only that, the year before that, they was hating on John Connor. Like, they was talking about how whack it was, and I'm like, yo, there's some real spitters that show up on these lists.
Y'all gotta look at those.
Because y'all so quick.
Y'all gotta glorify them.
Because y'all so quick to dismiss and judge the entire cover by a nigga with half blonde dreads, half black dreads, you end up missing out on some really dope shit. So before
y'all want to focus on Uzi when you get, come on, man.
Yeah, like, you can still like your old shit. I'm not saying don't like your old shit, but if you don't know the new shit, and you ain't really done your due diligence to check out some of this stuff, 2 or 3 songs, and figure out what they style is, and if you like it, don't really comment on it. I'm
gonna say this, man. Like, real quick,
I hate to go around the moon like that, but
real quick, just to add on to that, I see a lot of old niggas on Twitter saying that niggas is not gonna be around in 2 years, bruh. Like, Lil Uzi just went platinum. Like, y'all is probably saying the same shit about him. Kodak is gonna be around. These niggas is gonna be around. Just forget about it. It's not. Now I'm gonna say this. If we look at niggas like Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, I'm gonna give you 2 examples because both of these niggas make like, you know, that like swaggy music, whatever you want to call it, flex music, sauce, whatever. When you that type of rapper, you have to stay on go the whole time. You cannot stop.
Yeah.
Young Thug has been on go the whole time. Career's looking beautiful. Rich Homie Quan, he hit some speed bumps with the Biggie verse and then some other shit that was going on. But I'm going to say this. The nigga stopped. The nigga took a hiatus, and when he disappeared, it was over. The nigga fell off. You know why? Because 3-5 other niggas took his spot.
The reason he fell off was because he fucked up at the VH1 Hip Hop Honors, and the ghost of Christopher Wallace has cursed him from the grave.
Man.
And that hex on his career has been the root cause of all of the misfortune that he has been experiencing since that day. Hey, I'm going to just say this, hasn't had a hit record since then. Continue.
You was like Stephen A. Smith right there. Ubiquitous. Like, you know, just, anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm done with that.
So let's get into swapping these cats out, right?
Okay.
Is that what you want? Are you
yes.
ready? Okay, let's go.
Do you want to go or should I go first?
I'll let you know who I think we should swap out. I will go one at a time, all right? And you let me know what you think.
I mean, you could go one at a time.
Well, no, let's go with who snubbed. Who do you feel got snubbed? Do you think that's a better route to go?
Nah, because that's a list. I'll do that afterwards.
All right.
Matter of fact,
let's do that first. That would make sense. That would make sense. Let's go over who got snubbed, and then we'll try and swap cats out to get them in. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to shit on everybody, but I feel like there were some people that were really
way more popping
on many levels. When I looked at this, I was kind of like, okay, this is a little suspect. What happened? So what you got, man? Who do you feel got snubbed?
I'm gonna run down the list, and I'm not gonna be like, how you feel about this? I'm gonna just run through the list. You know, because once I go to replacing niggas, that's when you gonna hear the real shit.
All right.
So, because I can't fit all these people in here.
Right.
And neither can XXL, but it is what it is. So, you got Young M.A., Famous Dex, Rico Reckless, Joyner Lucas, 600 Breezy, Cardi B, YFN Lucci, T Grizzly, NBA Youngboy, Roy Woods, Nav.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna run my Googles real quick. I want to make sure Joyner Lucas wasn't on a previous cover.
He wasn't.
Okay, so we already did that.
I didn't, but I know he wasn't.
Okay, I'm still gonna look it up, but I think those are solid. Those are some really solid names because it's like you look at that, these guys. Now the older cats at home are like, what the fuck is going on with some of these names? I ain't heard none of them before, but these are some really solid acts that they could have easily landed on here. And I feel like if they didn't land on here this year, did we say Mozzie?
No, he's definitely a candidate.
Yeah, I feel like people in Youngstown didn't make enough noise not seeing him on the list.
He's from Sacramento. So
yeah, but like, he be down here. He done did like 4 shows down here, man.
Yeah, and it's like, you know,
but I feel like
we didn't, and you know, you got people in Detroit who didn't, because I know he's popping in Detroit.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
It made me wonder, do hood niggas got the internet? Like, they just was like...
Nah, they definitely do, because they threaten each other all the time on that shit.
Oh, yeah. Bandwidth Bloods.
Yeah.
So we got our list.
Joyner Lucas never made it, man. He had a pitch for 2016 and then like just chilled on it.
Okay, fair enough. So
Rich the Kid, I don't know if he ever made it.
Nah, Rich the Kid ain't never made it on there.
Yeah. So that's another one.
Wow. Okay. So let's swap some of these cats out, man.
Was it anybody you wanted to add?
Did we say Cardi B?
We did.
Yeah. Then that's solid. That's solid. I just dropped Mozzie in there. You know what I mean?
But the whole thing, I think it's 10 motherfuckers on here.
Yeah, it's 10.
Just gonna keep it
it's
at
10. We're gonna keep it at 10. We're gonna keep it at 10.
So
we just gonna take.
So we gonna do it the same time type shit, or you gonna do yours and I'm gonna do mine?
We're one podcast, right? So we got to be united on all fronts.
But cause like dog, we'll find out. Shit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because I think we, even if we was to go separately, I think we would probably come up with just about the same list. You know
So
what I mean?
let's start off with Kamaya. I think both of us agree that she has to be replaced.
She does. I'm going to say she should be replaced with Young Ma.
I agree.
Cool.
And the reason being that Young Ma had not only a big single, but her freestyles was popping on social media. She doesn't really have too many records. Actually, let me stop. She has a baby EP, you know, that nobody heard really. And I say that because nobody I know literally even knows that it's out. But, you know, that ooh did fucking numbers, you know, and she had a gang of freestyles. So she was really going. That would be good for the culture as well, because that's somebody who has bars. Mm-hmm. So you need that on the cover, and niggas know what it is. So we agree on that. Let's go to A Boogie with the hoodie. He's staying.
He's got to stay.
He's staying.
He's staying.
So no need to even go deep on that. P&B Rock, I would keep P&B Rock.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm not that well versed in P&B Rock, so you being the expert, if you say he stays on that cat, so you seem a lot more familiar with him than I do. If you're saying he stays,
do you think anybody deserves to be there over him?
I don't know his music well enough, but
we'll
I
come
would
back
say,
to him.
Well, let me say this, because I don't know him well enough.
You can't make a judgment.
I would say,
but I think that's a good judgment if you don't know him. Like, we both don't know Kamaya well. We both don't know Kyle well.
I would say P&B, if I had to pull him off the list, I would replace him with Famous Dex.
Okay. I'm going to save Famous Dex for later.
But do you agree with that? Or does P&B, based on your knowledge
I
of
think P&B holds more weight.
Okay. So
and
P&B
the reason
stays.
I say that is because P&B is a better artist. P&B has more substance. At the same time, P&B is just as, if not a little bit more popping.
Can I say this? And just to not
Matter
to
of fact,
backtrack.
he's more popping because of the collaborations that he's been on. He's done tracks with Kodak Black and all that shit.
I gotta call us out here because I'm looking at our first selection. Hindsight is 2020. Are we removing Kamaya and replacing her with Young M.A. because they're both women?
You know,
I think subconsciously we did that, but I think that that's okay.
I'm saying, you know, you could say that. I don't know if they've had a woman on every XXL cover. I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, like, you know, we may have done that subconsciously, but at the same time, if we stack it up, like, even if we stack Young, because we'll just keep that there, because I got other people I'm gonna put on.
There's
a bunch of other people I could put on over her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I could just throw 600 Breezy right in there.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is, man. Affirmative action. But XXX Temptation, man, listen, he could stay, but the fact that he had such a short run and he doesn't really have that many songs,
I think Alvin says he only has 4
that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
And when I say that, you know, they popping on the internet. You got to be around you got to be around niggas who wear chokers.
So this is what I'm gonna say. Well, no, I'll let you speak.
T Grizzly, take his spot, because T Grizzly has had a short run as well. T Grizzly is more popping. T Grizzly has more songs.
So you're gonna say XXX Tentacion out for T
XXX can get on next year.
I was gonna say this.
He is popular. He is popping, but the music is not there.
It feels like, and this is my this is gonna be my argument for replacing XXX Tentacion with who I'm about to replace him with. Okay, I think T Grizzly is a good pick. Not disagreeing with that, but it feels like if they picked him just based off of buzz, we could easily replace him with Cardi B.
Absolutely.
Like, we could, like, if they're just like, oh, well, he's got a good buzz going, Cardi B is completely taking this cat, like, way out like, completely different league, completely different ballpark, completely different game as far as notoriety and reputation goes. Plus, she got signed for $1 million to Atlantic, and is starting to kick out music now, has a track out with Offset. I mean, what do you think? Do we want to replace him with T Grizzly or Cardi?
I would say T Grizzly.
I can understand that. I will yield and say we'll replace XXX with T Grizzly. I'll put that down in my notes.
All right, so we got that. Playboy Cardi stays.
Easily, yeah.
Made in Tokyo. I'm replacing him with Famous Dex.
Why?
Because as far as Famous Dex grind, Famous Dex, first off, he's very popping. I think he's more popping than what's his name, Made in Tokyo. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a more popping record than Uber Everywhere, but that's one record, and it's not like a Billboard smash or anything like that.
But who?
But at the same time, the amount of content that Dexter has put out, he's a different type of artist. He's more like and when I say this, I'm not comparing him rap wise, but I'm talking about grind wise. He's like a Currency. Like, he's released so many tapes, and I would like to say probably the past like year and a half, that it's like, his grind is definitely where it needs to be on this list. He probably grinds harder than most of this list. He's put out a video a week consecutively for at least 30 weeks, dude. If you go on YouTube and type in Famous Dex, you just go through the videos. He's always putting out videos, man. He's always putting out visuals. He's always putting out new songs. And the young people, like the young niggas, they really fuck with him. Young niggas, they don't really fuck with, I ain't gonna say they don't fuck with Made in Tokyo, but Famous Dex comes up in the conversation more than Made in Tokyo.
My Googles are going down, but Made in Tokyo has produced for some notable artists, and I'm trying to pull the list up for who he's produced for. To me, I understand the argument that Famous Dex puts out a lot of content, but now it seems like we have to make the argument of quality versus quantity.
Well, I'm gonna say this just to that, as far as production, that doesn't really hold any weight on a freshman list, because we're going by rappers, and Metro Boomin, Mike Will Made It. They don't got no freshman list for them because they're not rappers.
Oh, nah. This dude can't come off of here, man. Nah.
Why?
Let me see. Hold on. This cat got records with ASAP Mob, ASAP Rocky, Lil Yachty, Offset. Nah, man. I like Famous Dex, but this dude's star is too bright.
Just because he got features? Is those features or is those records he produced? That don't mean shit. This cat, Famous Dex, got he got a Yachty feature. He got a few Yachty features.
Yeah, but I don't feel comfortable with that.
That's you. It is what it is. We'll move on.
I think we got another opportunity on this list for Famous Dex to get on there, but I don't think that taking Made in Tokyo off for Famous Dex would be a good move for us.
Amine, I like Amine, but Amine can come off.
I'm not gonna dispute that. I've only heard like one song from that dude. If you want to make the Famous Dex argument there, I can understand.
I mean, if you just gonna snub Famous Dex from the list,
nah, I'm not.
I would put YFN Lucci. He's got to be on there. I don't care.
I'm not snubbing Famous Dex from the list.
I mean, it is what it is, but YFN Lucci is definitely gonna go above Famous Dex.
Okay.
YFN Lucci is super fucking, like, come on, man. That doesn't even go with question. Like, so YFN Lucci gets that spot.
All right. I got it. Who we got up next?
Ugly God stays.
Okay.
Cap G gotta go.
Whoa! Cap G gotta bounce?
Cap G gotta go. His time has passed. And even then, he's not as popping.
You feel like he aged out, like he's too old, or he's not a freshman, or he just, or is there somebody who has a buzz that supersedes his?
Like, dog, cause if you going by shit that niggas did with other niggas, like you would keep Cap G on over Famous Dex, but he's not more popping than Famous Dex, man. Just because he was in the movie Dope, that don't mean shit. Musically, you haven't named 4 records from this nigga. I can name 10 records from Famous Dex.
I'm gonna.
I've listened to a Cap G tape, and I can name 10 records from Cap G, but since that mixtape came out in like 2014, 2015, I can't name 3 Cap G tracks.
Well, it should be noted as well, and I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but it should be noticed that they intentionally kept Famous Dex off of the freshman list this year because he beat up his girlfriend.
He beat up his baby mom, who had his baby after she got beat up, who stayed with him. So
domestic violence is another thing. It's a sensitive subject, but Cap G for Famous Dex. You want to do that? We can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All
right. Who else is there, motherfucking? Kyle gotta go.
Replaced with who?
Kyle.
Only because I don't think
this is tough. If we look at the names that we got, you know, any one of these niggas could go on here.
Who you got?
I feel like NBA YoungBoy is the epitome of a freshman.
Jesus Christ. Isn't he like going to jail for like shooting niggas? Or did he beat that case? What happened?
I don't know, man. I think the nigga's out. I don't keep up with the nigga like that. But if you go and look at his Instagram, he got like damn near 1 million followers. Like the nigga is, he really has been out. He's really been popping for like a year. And in a year, the rise has been crazy.
Okay.
So, you know, we got niggas like Nav who came out of the blue.
Ooh,
out of the blue.
No,
and he's good.
My nigga. Did we have Black? Is Black a friend? We can't really consider. We're doing just rap. Yeah, it's our list. It's our list.
If we look at that,
It's our list.
If we look at that, like rap. Party Next Door should be on here type shit. And Party Next Door is far from being a freshman. So it's like he's a singer, man. I don't.
I think we
you gotta
just keep
like you gotta find another singer that they didn't put on. Like all of these niggas is like they sing, but they rappers. Like you don't really consider them vocalists for real. Like PNB Rock might be the closest thing to a vocalist, but come on, man. Every day we lit. Yeah, like no, that nigga's a rapper, man. That nigga's always flowing.
So we replaced Kyle with NBA YoungBoy. All right.
I mean, I think that's legit because Roy Woods, he's very good. He's slept on though. And he's been around for quite a while, probably like 2 years. Nav came out of nowhere. Joyner Lucas is very good, but NBA YoungBoy is just, he's more popping. Even then, like, you know, it's just some other niggas you could name, but out of all the names that we have left, I think he's the most popping.
I gotta listen to that Joyner Lucas album, man. He just dropped the album. Well, he's got an album coming up.
I tried to listen to one of his mixtapes. I couldn't do it, man. My left brain gotta be activated.
All right. Who else do we got? Who else?
That's it. That's the list.
That's the list?
That's the list.
All right. So I'll throw it up in the comments, but we replaced Kamaya with Young Ma. XXX Tentacion was replaced with T Grizzly. Amine was replaced with YFN Lucci. Cap G was replaced with Famous Dex. And Kyle was replaced with NBA YoungBoy. You know, this is the reason why I'm cool with this list, because at least with Young Ma on the list, we got a real spitter on there. You know, for sure. You know, not taking...
We've seen her work. Everybody has seen her work either in a Facebook feed or on Twitter or on Instagram. You've seen her spill the bars out on other beats.
Yeah, everybody was talking about Heffany last summer. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
my dildos stay hard.
You know, every time you see a stud with a backpack, you always imagine that they got their strap in it, or you think they got their strap in it. You know what I mean? Like, they just travel with it. So, you know, kudos to Young Ma. You know what I mean? I really want to see an album come out of her. I really want to see the longevity in her career, man. But
Absolutely.
that's our list. You know what I mean? And I guess that's a wrap for the show today. I mean, that's pretty much everything.
Leave a comment if you're on SoundCloud. Leave a comment in the live feed. Leave a comment on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure this whole diddle-lang is going on YouTube as far as the XXL conversation. So, that's about it, man. So, just run back down. Let's do the shout-outs first.
All right.
You got Open Secrets with Jimmy Black. That's a dope podcast, man. It's the most wokest podcast, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fuck with it. Then you got Kilo with the regular podcast.
Yeah.
Jimmy Black dropped like 2 in 1 week.
Yeah, that cat
like
was
the
on
other
fire.
week. Yeah, so you got to fuck with him. Yeah, and that's it really for right now. DTown, what you got going on?
Go and listen to my music on iTunes, man. I got a new track that I just dropped called Money.
DTOWN Money.
I believe I'm on Pandora now as well. You know what I mean? But if you a broke boy and you don't got Apple Music because you don't pay the subscription, that's okay. You can listen to my music for free on Spotify. Wherever you stream your music, just go find me and download my shit there or stream it there. I would greatly appreciate it. Got the 100% Hustle t-shirts on Deckington.
Let me see what that looks
ExecutiveDTown.com is where you can grab it at. The Unlimited Hustle web series, make sure you check that out. That's going to be ridiculous as well. You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that.
Black Youngster. We left out Black Youngster. We gotta replace it. We gotta go back to the list.
No! We gotta No! We was wrapping up the show, man.
I'm sorry. That's when we can't. We got.
Oh, who said Black Youngster?
Alvin said Black Youngster.
Alvin said crazy. Black Alvin.
That is crazy.
Yo, that's why
we gotta take out NBA Youngboy and replace him with Black Youngster.
Yeah, you know what? That's only right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, young boy, but Black Youngster.
That's legit.
Black Youngster should absolutely make the fucking list.
How the fuck you miss a whole 100 shots? Yeah. Oh man, yeah. It's. Yeah, I agree with that. That's good catch. Hey, good catch, Alvin. Much appreciated, man.
Yeah. Let's continue to wrap it up.
Executive D-Town is where you can find me on social media. Shout outs to Crowns and Crossbones, the brand sponsoring D-Town. Make sure you get your brain and beard balms as well as your t-shirts and your neck jewelry, your neck candy, your wrist candy, ccblifestyle.com. And I'm going to alley-oop this to the young man, Mello Digital.
Real simple, man. MELLODEEBEATS is Mello Dee Beats for all your beat needs, especially the trap. If you like trap shit, go and check me out on YouTube. Type in the name I just said. If you want to contact me on social media about getting beats, Mello Dee Beats on everything, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. We're everywhere, nigga. Even if you want to see me on Snapchat, I'm not going to accept your friend request, but Mello Dee Beats. But fuck all of that. MelloDbeats.com is where you need to go right now, today, if you rap. MelloDbeats.com. Hey. MelloDbeats.com. That's it. You know, it's been industry rule number 4080. You know, great episode.
Yeah.
Number 14.
14 out this bitch. Hey, man, you know what I said. You know what I said back again on episode 9. You know what I mean? If I catch you out in the street, now rocking with this podcast, I'm gonna roll up to your mom's house.
Please don't say no fucking street like you did last time.
I'm gonna roll up to your mom's crib, send shots through the living room. Don't get your loved ones hurt, beloved. Oh, shout out to Taxstone. Damn.
All right, and we out.
Peace.